Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful Ohio sunny day?
I'm loving the sun.
I'll tell you what, all that rain we've been getting over the past couple weeks has definitely helped these lawns out a ton.
For sure.
So
last year at this time we were going through our second drought.
You know what? I was just going to say that, TQ.
I beat you to it.
Yeah, so this is definitely a lot better. We did have one drought that lasted, what, probably a month?
Yeah.
But yeah, for August, can't complain about this whatsoever. So we'll take it. And I am looking forward at this point to some cooler temps towards the end of this month and heading into fall. Fall is my absolute favorite time of the year.
I love fall.
Other than Christmas Day. And yeah, anyways, let's hop into this video, TQ. I gotta run real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I gotta run real quick. I gotta go run an errand. TQ is gonna get you guys a ton of filming here. So I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
Do not touch the cone. Only professionals get to touch the cone.
Whatever. Alright, so I got the back portion of this lawn mowed out, but I tell you what, we've had this lawn for a long time, and over the years we've had a lot of issues with this lawn. I mean, it's not really our issues. Basically, we've had a lot of groundhog holes come into play. Like, I'm gonna stand here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 7 groundhog holes just in this backyard. And with them digging the holes and the tunnels and everything, it's really made the lawn like sink. And I'll tell you what, it will really realign your back, your whole body, if you hit one of these suckers. Let me show you. Like right here, that's a groundhog hole. And I hit it, and then in turn it kind of scalped the lawn. But ouch. I hit this one too. That one actually got me. But oh, there's another one. Another one right here.
All right, guys. So the area in here we don't take care of. They take care of it themselves, just because they're very busy people, and you know they want to be able to pick up the extras from the dog and get that all cleaned up before they mow it out. And yeah, this is how we've done it. We've had this place for I think 12 years, 13 years now. So long time customer. Did you?
On accident, blew right back on me. Whenever I was mowing, a kid come riding up on his little scooter, and I stopped because I don't like mowing around kids, especially when you're out on the job, for sure, because you don't know what can come up from underneath the mower, or even if you're trimming, what you can fling up.
Landed it.
8th time's a charm, right?
For you, TQ.
Yeah.
The donkey.
And the donkey. Not the goat, the donkey. Careful where you're stepping here.
Who?
No, a hole. It's a hole.
Hey, it's new construction. So I try to help business owners out whenever I have the time to. I had a little bit of time. It was pretty late. I was surprised, but I sent him a message and I said, hey, I know it's 10 o'clock. You available? And he immediately replied, yes, absolutely. So gave him a call, and he's dealing with something that I've dealt with in the past. Maybe not exactly, but you know, in different forms. And that is employee theft, okay? So gotta let this car go by. Real narrow road here, topping a hill. So he asked, he said, Sean, he said, I don't know what to do. He's newer to the business, I think year 3, he said, and he's got an employee. He's actually got 4, but one of his employees is stealing from him. And I'm like, okay. He's like, it's not like anything that's gonna make or break the company. He's like, but it's still the moral factor that he's doing it. And then I guess he made a social media post, which was kind of like the kicker, where now he's like, I gotta address it, but he's never addressed an employee like this about something. So the employee is actually stealing trimmer line. And I use that very vaguely because I know all of us, we can, you know, cut a spool of trimmer line and put it in our pocket and it's there. I've washed many of them. I'm sure you have as well. And that happens. So therefore, you know, could it be an honest mistake sometimes? Yes. But he made a social media post with all of this trimmer line, spools of it. He's only been with them since the spring, but he's legit probably got like 20, 25, you know, just round up spools of it that he's taken home with him. And he's actually been putting tape on them and saving them. So he stacked them all up, did a photo and posted it on his page, which I'm assuming he probably didn't think his boss could see it. Well, his boss saw it, or one of the other employees or something shared it, and he's seen it, and he's got them all stacked up right in front of him. And he said, at least I don't have to buy my own trimmer line for the next year. So you guys let me know in the comments what you would do. Is it stealing? Absolutely. Is it minuscule stealing? Yes, it is. So what I shared with him is I would address it 100% straightforward and make it very well known. I don't think it's a fireable offense, but maybe his employee is not seeing that how serious that little bit of theft can be. So you take into account, you know, larger companies that have, you know, 20 plus employees. Imagine if each one of them were taking a spool home each day. You know, that's roughly 20 feet of line. If you have a 3-pound spool that's, I don't know what, 1,000 feet or whatever, they go up to 5 pounds, they go bigger. But just imagine if every one of those guys or gals were taking a spool home, you know, once or twice a week. That's a ton of line. That's a ton of loss. So I told him, I said, nip it in the bud right now. I said, first thing in the morning when he comes in, call him in the office, call him, you know, off to the side where nobody's there. Don't gotta embarrass him. And just say, hey, yada, yada, yada. We noticed this. Show him the social media post. This does not look good on you. And I expect this to change. And also, those 30 rolls or whatever you have here, I would like those brought back to the office first thing tomorrow. And yeah, you have rolls ready for you now. So you guys let me know what you think. I get it, it's a tight spot. I had a guy years ago, real quick, I was collecting cash payments. This is very early on. And I knew I was keeping it in the center console of the truck like many of us do, along with checks and, you know, whatever, money orders. And I knew that a customer had paid me exactly $100. And it was the only $100 payment that day. It was 5 $20 bills. So at the end of the day, I was picking him up at the time, dropping him off. At the end of the day, I got my cash out and everything to do, you know, mark my customers, who paid, who did it. And I only had 3 of those $20 bills. So 40 bucks was gone. So I didn't immediately say anything because I was kind of like, you know, I'm a benefit of the doubt kind of guy, you know, but then I'm going to figure it out. So what I did is the next week I did the same thing, but I kind of set it up where it was in an envelope. I knew exactly what was in there, and I just put it in there, and sure enough, a $20 bill came up missing out of it. So he was gone. That one there I addressed very quickly. Basically, we went out and worked. At the end of the day, I pulled out my cash. I was like, hey, I'm just going to pay you right now, you know, so we can square up, because I don't think we're going to be working anymore. And he's like, oh, we're not working the rest of the week? And I'm like, no, you're not working the rest of the week. You know, I know you're taking money from me. It's not cool. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, no, I didn't do it. I said, look, I made sure the truck was locked up all day long. I knew exactly what was in here. It's short. You're the only other person in the truck. I'm not going to steal from myself. And anyways, got that taken care of and got him paid and moved on with my life. So if this happens to happen in your business, just address it very quickly and get it taken care of very quickly, because a little bit of theft can add up big time. The very common one in our industry is gas cards. You know, business owners, as they get bigger, they have to fuel up multiple trucks and mowers, and it's inevitable, even if you have you know, tanks on site, that occasionally, you know, the guys or gals might have to go out and get fuel. So back in the day, it was a lot more common. Now we've gotten a lot more smarter, and you're able to handle those situations a lot quicker and easier, to be honest with you. So I wanted to give you guys an update on this employee stealing situation. So this actually went down last week. I talked with him, told him how I would handle it, and he did exactly what we had talked about. He brought the employee in. They had a conversation. The employee actually ratted on another employee that was taking some stuff as well. So then he called that gentleman in, and that gentleman ratted on the other guy for stealing some other stuff other than the trimmer line. So long story short, he ended up firing both of them after he called me and asked me, hey, this is what I'm thinking. He really told me what he was thinking. He's like, I think I need to fire them both. And I agreed. I said 100%. And thinking back on it now, the trimmer line situation, I think, hey, if somebody's willing to steal from you, an employee, a family member, a friend, anybody, no matter how minuscule it is, if it's a penny, if they're willing to steal it from you rather than asking you, go ahead and just get rid of them. And nip it in the bud. Don't try to be that friendly business owner, you know. I think sometimes we can do that where we try to justify, hey, you know, maybe he didn't know. Well, he definitely knew. And the social media post was the nail in the coffin right then and there. And goes to show you that we can all learn and all grow. So I guess, how would you guys handle it? It turned out to be a crazier situation. And like I told him, I said, hey, what you ended up discovering was going to save you. It's going to save you a lot more money in the long run, because they're going to nickel and dime and steal little things from you left and right. And yeah, those two together could do some serious damage to a small business. So yeah, he's down a couple guys and they're hurting right now. And I told him, I said, hey, it's going to suck till you get him replaced. And he's having issues with that as well. But it's better than sitting there and being stolen from and taken advantage of. Those guys didn't respect him as the owner. And I get it, he's young, they were young, kind of, you know, friends from high school or whatever. And it's unfortunate. But, you know, in life and in business, you're going to have those situations come up. And yeah, it's all in how you deal with them. And yeah, it kind of turned out to be a little bit crazier than I anticipated it. So I'm glad he got it resolved. And yeah, if any of you guys are going through that, you know, situation or something similar, nip it in the bud as quickly as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys and girls. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye.